from Baxter's 942 in the Highlands of Louisville, Kentucky. This is Shooting from the Lip. I'm Erik McEwen. Right across from me, Mr. Kevin Hale. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing well, man.
Good. I wanted to talk to you about something. And, Sundays...
You couldn't talk to me before the show, so you're saving it during the show.
Oh, I have to. No. Yeah, because content. What are your thoughts on brunch? Brunch.
That's technically like... what, 11 to 12? Is there a time window?
Yeah, I think it's like maybe 10 to 2. Maybe.
Okay, is it really?
I mean, would you fuck with that?
I mean, I'm not a big breakfast guy, so
not a breakfast guy.
So it's generally my first meal of the day is lunch.
Okay. So maybe on a Saturday or Sunday, you don't have breakfast for lunch, and you're not a brunch guy. Is what I'm getting.
I think I think you're going somewhere with this because over the weekend you asked me
to go to brunch,
right? And I think that was Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And I was just out late Saturday.
Okay. Well, and you and I've talked. A good friend of the show, Miss Amber Steele. Every Sunday we do what we call Drunch.
Oh, I like that.
Game on, guys.
So basically that includes buckets of mimosas at Highland Morning, or that they sell it by the bucket. It's fun. We have
some
a good
time. Stuff. Their mimosas are the bomb.
Aren't they?
They are.
And then, but if you ask, they'll throw a little shot of vodka in the orange juice carafe, and then certain friends at the show have flipped out and walked out on us after they realized that they had the loaded bucket of mimosas. I digress.
How was your brunch? Because I didn't make it with
I didn't go to brunch, dude.
So me saying no to you killed your brunch Sunday as well.
Killed the dreams.
I won't give you that much credit.
Okay.
But I didn't do brunch.
I know, but how many people had said no to you that they couldn't go before you got to me?
I ended up having a breakfast burger at Diamond Pub.
Okay.
As you want bacon and a fried egg on your burger.
I want to do that. You've told me what's the ultimate burger. You have not. I've not done. I want to do it with you.
Oh.
I want to do it.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're needy.
Check this out.
Bromance is unraveling.
Yeah, it is. We have our on the way here. I hear Africa, the song Africa. Toto. Now, depending on who you talk to, the story with Toto, where did the name Toto come from?
Wizard of Oz.
The dog. The donkey.
Yeah.
So our first guess for the first segment, the name of their band. I'm curious. Where did the name of the band come from?
The name of the band came from, so forever ago, back in the MySpace days, they had
ago.
I know you're gonna laugh at me.
MySpace, were you still in diapers when MySpace?
You had to be in.
That's when I started doing all the sneaky shit. I was MySpace, and so they had like a generator, a porn star generator name, and it was like, no, just wait, just hear me out, okay?
Taking it already.
No.
I should have asked if this is G-rated or what.
And so it was like, take the name of the name of the street that you lived on, and then your middle name. And so I was like, Moonstone Page. No, that's not going to work out. So anyway.
Wait, whoa. Why are you looking for a porn star name? Before you answer that question, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to Alex and Bradley from Emerald City. How are y'all doing?
Hello.
Hey.
All right, back to the subject at hand.
So.
Now, were you dabbling? Or,
no, I was 13.
What? No.
Even more. Wait
a minute. How are you getting on a porn star generator thing at 13? What are you doing?
My friends were weird back in the day.
Because she clicked over 18, like she was.
Like, must be over.
How do you sleep at night?
Like a
pretty
babe.
well.
Mom, are you getting all this?
Yeah. I got eyebrows. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I put them on.
And makeup. How's the makeup going over there?
It's great.
Anyway, we're quit talking about makeup. We're working on something here.
So anyways, the thought crossed my mind. I was like, well, I've heard a couple bands with names of streets that I've passed. I'm like, man, those are some really good band names.
Breckenridge, Westmoreland.
Yeah.
There's one other.
I have seen a Wildwood
Eden Street.
Road.
Wildwood.
There is a Wildwood Road.
There is a Wildwood.
I'm like, that's a pretty badass band name. And I told Bradley, I said, you know what?
Putting that out there.
We need to find a cool street name. And so the name of his street is Emerald Circle, right? Yeah, Emerald Circle. And so we were just kind of like, well, what can we come up with? Like Emerald something. So we came, I was like, maybe Emerald City.
Yeah.
And he
It
was
has
like,
nothing
oh
to
my
do with
God,
Wizard
that's
of Oz,
awesome.
Well, but that is the Wizard. That's I'm hearing.
That is the-
Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah, you're
Emerald
right.
City.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
That's okay. There's where I'm. All right,
So-
but it actually had nothing to do with the Wizard of Oz.
No.
Okay. Got it.
My mom
Basically,
likes
we
Wizard
needed
of
a
Oz.
name that people could remember that nobody else had.
And
so,
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, which one of the two is the actual Wizard of Oz?
Me? You,
Bradley.
why?
Because you're older and you have more wisdom.
Boom!
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say. Never mind. Behind the smoke and the
Yeah.
And the smoke and mirror. He's the vape king, y'all.
Vape.
You're just the vape king. This man knows more about vapes than probably anybody you've ever met in your entire life.
Up next on Shooting from the Lip Behind the Music, the secrets to Emerald City's smoke show.
Up and down.
vapes and strains.
Vapes and strains.
Yeah, I know about.
Yeah, are we allowed to talk about that?
Talk about anything.
think so.
No. All right. So Alex and Bradley are together, and they come up with the name Emerald City. What was the divine intervention that led you two together?
Susie.
Yeah,
Susie
yeah.
Lexo.
Yeah, I've been
Oh, I
playing
know,
for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, I know.
And, I was a few years out of it and was looking for a singer and just called her up and she said, I'm really, really busy, but I got a friend named Alex that I think y'all would
She's got
do
great
well
voice
together.
too. Great voice.
Oh,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
I ended up, I'm like, I've played music with dudes for a while. I don't want to play with another dude, and
To each his own, Bradley.
So I went and looked her up, and I pulled the Facebook up, and I'm like, well, this ain't
Pulled the
no dude
MySpace
here,
up.
you know?
Pulled that engine site up.
Oh, come on.
I play music with a lot of other females, so I mean,
You looked up her
80% of the
engine
songs
name.
I know are by female singers.
Yeah.
So, but no, it ended up working out.
Really?
So before y'all found each other on Tinder, what were y'all going for as far as like you had to be? And I've seen this, I've done this myself. You're out in the clubs and you're talking, what you're wanting to do, and then we can do this better. We're going to do this that nobody else does in town. So tell me what that is.
What is it that we do better than everybody
Or
else?
that
Rain
nobody
Egger
else.
bombs.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Our
man.
sarcasm's pretty good, but there's a lot of others that
So
are
is there
better.
some witty banter between the two of you
Oh
guys
yeah.
on stage?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ended up being best friends now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Her fiance and my wife, we're all chums.
Oh, okay.
it
So
worked
this
out
was
really
not
well.
Tinder. Do better research, Kevin. Okay.
That was MySpace. Remember?
Right. That's right.
It was
That's what you
the
do.
porn search engine. We got I'm gonna search her name on.
I'm taking better notes.
Anyway, yeah.
So what are we hearing when we're coming to see Emerald City?
What do you think? Lots of harmonies.
Yeah, yeah.
we
No, I
like
mean,
the harmonies.
we keep it.
What type of music? What are we going for? Throw some songs at us.
Oh, everything. We do everything from what? Pink to Blondie to Miranda Lambert to Maroon 5.
Jewel,
Big
Bruno
mix.
Mars, Jessie J, Lionel Lewis. We do. I mean, we
you
just
doing
do
some
everything.
Jessie J?
Yeah.
Really? I hear you.
Girl's got it on point.
Yeah.
She knows where her range is. She knows a good songwriter when she hears
There you
one.
go.
Right on. Cool. And great producers. Mark Ronson produced all that,
Mark
too.
Ronson.
Dude, man, he's awesome.
You were sharing a story before we went live. During your teeny bopper years,
Oh,
your
yeah.
dad helped
After MySpace.
after MySpace. Yeah, you had graduated from the. Well, actually, it wasn't. Anyways, all right. So during this time frame, your dad knows this musician, and tell us the story there on how you were able to infiltrate a gig of his.
So my dad does security for, some concerts, artists, and all that good stuff. And he met J.D. Shelburne, through that. I guess he was working one of his shows or something like that. I think it was down on 4th Street. And so, they got talking, and J.D. was like, yeah, I've been thinking about, doing some security. My dad was like, this could work out in your favor, could work out in my favor. I'll do security for you for free if you let my daughter sing a few songs with you.
Supportive father.
Very supportive.
They're my
Smart
parents
father.
It's very Joe Jackson.
the most supportive family that I they're the best. So he let me sing a few songs at it was Kingpin Lane. I think I was like 17 years old. They almost made me leave because I wasn't 21.
Right.
They have that side door.
Yeah, they do. We snuck in the side door out of the back, And we did that a few times. I mean, he let me, anytime I go out, actually, we saw him at Mandy and Merle's just a few months ago, and he was like, hey, come sing a song. So, I mean, he's great.
That's a nice way to kind of break into the scene with someone like
No, he really did. He introduced me to some people, and I mean, it just kind of, networking. You meet people through other people.
That's what it is here.
So this is a great duo. We know that. And she's rocking a hat right now that is people that I personally know.
What?
And saw them as a duo.
What's the hat? I can't. No, there's
JJ Gray and MoFro?
JJ
Back
Gray.
then, they were just MoFro.
No kidding.
And they were a duo. Daryl Hanson,
Really?
JJ Gray. And Daryl played slide guitar, sitting down, and JJ singing all the songs that ended up becoming Blackwater, which is the first MoFro album.
Right.
If you haven't heard it.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Man, I'd like to hear the duo.
Man, they're awesome.
Well,
They
I
are
only
so
have
awesome.
a bootleg, and I'll send it to you.
I'd love it, man.
But
That's awesome.
the first, before it became JJ Gray and MoFro, there were two albums done called Blackwater and Loch Lucid. And these are songs that near and dear to my heart that I would learn to play. And you need to go back and listen to
I will.
the first Waterfront Wednesday I ever went to. MoFro was there. I was the only one dancing. The only one dancing. This is Waterfront Wednesday.
Before or after
this-
Jaeger Bomb?
There's a lot going on that night. There's a picture of me in a Leo Weekly review of Waterfront Wednesday with me wearing a Funkadelic shirt, dancing all by myself. My
I bet
brother,
that was-
Oh, wow.
Dave Connor, or not Dave Connor, somebody else right
Lip
behind
Nation,
me.
you're going to see that picture.
And I will post it
Please do.
listening to MoFro. Not JJ Gray MoFro, but MoFro.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That's a good-
Ended up meeting
Good
them.
history, man.
JJ Gray, I walk up to him. I was like, when's the next album coming out? He's like, what, are you with the press? I'm like, no.
You know, I'm a future podcaster, though.
Ended up hanging out with the entire band.
Did you really? I saw them at Iroquois Amphitheater, and my dad, again, doing the security thing. And I was like, man, I was working there too. I was checking people's bags, making sure they weren't bringing in alcohol and drugs and all firearms and all that good stuff. And I was like, man, they're
It's
awesome.
just a good one to know.
Good one. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know. I can't say I wouldn't let you bring anything in, but
But that's a great hat. Sorry,
Thank you.
I had to get on my MoFro
It's
thing. I
fine.
was listening
That's all
to it
good.
at work today.
All right,
Wow,
so
there you go.
back to Emerald City. How long has this duo been
Yeah,
going
we're
on?
fairly new, about a year.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we've been playing out for a year. We practiced for about 6 months, maybe not 4 to 6, 4 months.
Yeah, I think
before
our
we started
first
playing.
practice, we said we had 25, 30 songs first
Really?
practice.
Wow.
I mean, that we knew together.
When is
That-
that?
So when you
that's
come up with
good.
that, it don't take a whole lot of rehearsing. to,
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Get you 4 or 5 hours worth.
So you're a year into your act.
Right.
Okay. Wow. What's the aspirations besides, after you conquer every zip code in the Louisville, Southern Indiana area? I mean, would you have
Yeah.
original music in mind and stuff like it? Or,
It's in the
Oh,
works.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Definitely in the
Looking at
works. Yeah, we've
Writing now.
both been writing, and I think both of us would like to do this full time. It's the full time job thing, and not have to
I mean,
Well, I mean, with how many gigs a month? You said something about
12
15.
to 12,
Good
15 a
grief.
month, something like
That's-
that. Yeah.
That's solid, man.
So
not
we're
bad.
right now. We're at the point where we don't have quite enough gigs to do it full time, but we got so much that basically
Yeah.
that's all we have time for.
Right.
Yeah.
Start charging more.
We we just talked about that.
We did. Man, we've been talking about that for like a couple months now. We're like,
It's always in the conversation.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, should we?
Yeah.
So definitely, well, go ahead.
No. When you start doing the original music, what's the sound? I mean, because you talked about pop, you do country, there's R&B. What are you trying to go for with the original?
I think you just named it.
Yeah.
You gonna do it? You're gonna do it all like it?
It's
Okay.
kind of, like I like, me personally, I like a lot of, Casey Musgraves. I like a lot of, that kind of eclectic that could be like pop, could be country. Maren Morris, I really like those types of artists
she was
because
great.
they're,
Right.
I mean, they really
That first
are,
album.
and they are just, they kind of have everything honed in. It's a little bluesy. I like soulful stuff that kind of speaks. The song speaks for itself. So, as long as you got good lyrics, I think we can do it.
Right on.
That's what it's about. So cool. So we're looking at this weekend coming up, 8 to 11 at Dundee Tavern on June 30th, which is Friday? Saturday, Dundee Tavern over in Douglas Loop. What a great place. 8 to 11, y'all be there.
That's why we be there.
Okay, cool. And then after that, just a few days later, which is a Monday, at July 2nd, you have them at Gerstl's, and then the next Friday, 5 to 9 at Gerstl's.
Yes. Yep. And we're at Gerstl's every other Monday. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Every other
so
Monday plus
not-
Friday.
Yes, plus
Mondays
Friday.
is a great day to have a drink after work too.
Oh, hell yeah.
The
It really
perfect
is.
day.
God, it's been such a long day. I just need a Jaeger bomb or 5.
I'm going to throw this out to all of you. How important for a music act is it to get that, guaranteed gig each week or every other week? I mean, it's huge, right?
It's income you depend on, right, guys?
Right. I mean, right.
If you don't have another job, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's because, that's $100+ depending on, where you play, how much you charge. But I mean, it's, at the very minimum, pretty much $100, for that night. So, I mean, you've got to.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So what you're saying is that your search engine thing is not getting enough hits to where it's bankrolling you?
Yeah.
Wow.
But we can help promote.
Well, cool. So every other Monday at Gerstl's. That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Such great acoustic acts there.
Yeah.
I mean, we've
They
seen a
do,
lot
yeah.
of them.
Oh, yeah.
And other friends of the show play there as well.
Right.
And then you're there on a Friday night. The early gig, 5 to 9.
We were just there last Saturday too.
I call
weren't
that the happy hour gig.
It is the happy hour, because,
Technically.
Yeah, because what, it's till 7, usually happy hour till 7 or 7-ish, whatever.
No, typically, but they're
Yeah.
playing 5 to 9.
Right. Yeah.
So
right
it'll
in
be the
between,
happiest.
yeah.
Right. So you got
absolutely.
definitely a half of it. Social media. Where can people connect with you guys?
Facebook. I mean, I was gonna say we have an Instagram. We don't kind of have an Instagram, I guess, but we don't really post much from Instagram. We're still working on it, but mostly Facebook. Facebook.com/Emerald City Acoustic.
Acoustic.
So you
yes.
search on Facebook for Emerald City Acoustic, and
Yes.
you will find that. If
see
you
us.
don't type, and these are no spaces among Emerald City and Acoustic, so if you type Emerald City, you're going to get some
All kinds of stuff.
Wizard of Oz fanboys.
Yeah, we actually had a bunch of likes on our page from some big band orchestra called
Yeah.
Emerald City out of
Dallas, Texas.
out of
Is that what it was?
Yeah, out of Texas.
Don't mind that.
The
do you?
newspaper
we
even
did.
tagged us, or what was
Oh,
it? It was,
yeah.
it was like their local newspaper tagged us. They were like, this huge event that's going to bring over 2,500 people. And we were like, I had to email them. I was like,
Yeah,
that's not us.
that was our best exposure to date.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Well, so in Dallas, we'll be seeing y'all.
Yeah.
with
The
It was like Christmas time. Playing the
All right,
Christmas
well,
song.
thank you all so much for coming
Yeah.
in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lip Nation, check out Emerald City at Emerald City Acoustic on Facebook. You can check them out this weekend at Dundee, this Saturday, and then Monday and every other Monday at Gerstl's, and then next Friday, the early gig, 5 to 9 at Gerstl's Tower. I can't wait. I'm coming Saturday.
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
sounds
you
great,
are
man.
really? Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
You come out
The Dundee.
and I will buy you a bomb.
You buy me a bomb.
I'll buy you a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
We got you.
Well, I
Hey,
think
don't weasel into this. Don't weasel into this, Kevin.
He's like, oh, you're
You see what he did there?
all right. She can,
Hey, man,
she
it-
can
it-
buy me a bomb. How about that?
I'll buy you, yes.
There you
I'll
go.
buy you a
Yeah.
Jaeger bomb.
Okay,
We'll buy you
okay.
Kevin.
Walk here.
Again,
First
that's
round
tradition
for you.
before
And
every
Lip
show.
Nation, this is how it works
It is.
behind the scenes right now. Who's buying whom shots?
Exactly.
So definitely check out Emerald City. Facebook, search Emerald City Acoustic, and then check them out this weekend at Dundee Tavern.